Starting off early in the morning at 6:30 from my place. It was not a difficult task as it was a clear winter day with a little lesser cold and fog outside. I started at 6:30 from my place with all my things and stuffs set well and good. The lights and luggages were double checked at the night itself, and I started off my journey. I was very excited about this ride as I had never done so long on my old RX-100 till now, taking it to the interiors of Jharkhand where there is very less availability of service and backup in case if required by the bike. So it was a greater risk. So the journey began from DEOGHAR to Ranchi. It's day 1 and I will be stopping in Ranchi today, and the very next day we will be taking to Netarhat with other group members and various other new joinees, new riders who have joined the group. Let's see how the ride goes on. Till now it has been perfect, no issues, no problem. After riding for few kilometers, I realized that the bike was running too lean. It had some issues of non-smoking and I felt the lubrication was not perfect. So I decided to stop and mix some extra amount of tutti oil into the tank so that it gets appropriate lubrication. I topped up the tank with 80 ml of tutti oil extra for the perfect and smooth running of the bike. Let me tell you something about this tutti oil. It is very important part of all two-strokes engines. There is a tank beside on the left side which is filled with the tutti oil, and still sometimes when we are on a long ride there are chances of failure of the tutti pump which is supposed to provide oil to the engine. So in that case we provide some extra lubrication from the top inside the tank so that in any case of failure of the pump we will be able to get lubrication and the engine won't seize and we can continue our journey. So it is a very important part of all the two-stroke engines which one should take care about while taking on a long run. Otherwise you will be ending up stopping somewhere and spending whole day getting your bike repaired, clearing the seizures and everything. So the tutti oil is a very crucial part. After making the tutti oil started off again, and I realized after a few kilometers that it was running perfectly. The ride went very smoother after adding of the oil, and the bike ran very smooth. As you can see the speedometer, I could have easily clocked 110-120 km per hour. The speed of 110 and 120 km per hour for this little baby machine of 98cc is a very easy task as it has got its own advantages over the other engines, that is being a two-stroke engine, and that too provided by Yamaha. After riding onto the open roads and green places, the city traffic felt very bad. Right now, when I was about to enter the Giridi, traffic has increased substantially and it was bumper to bumper traffic. It took me around 40 minutes to cross the Giridi traffic and reach to the outskirts of Parasnath. Let me tell you something about this motorcycle. This is the legend Yamaha RX-100, as all of you might be knowing. It is a 1989 model, manufactured in 1989, and this is still in its stock condition. The bike is neither ported nor restored since 1989. It has just been maintained as it came from factory in its glory days. The bike had worked charm till now on the plain roads, ghats and uneven roads. Till now it has worked perfectly without any trouble. Extra visor and light setup that I have kept on the bike. Visor is helping me quite a lot and lights will be definitely useful during the night times as it has got very low lights. So right now while I was crossing Giridi, bumper to bumper traffic had been over and I'm heading towards the Ranchi road via Giridi. Finally, I have done 220 kilometers part of the journey and it is around 1 o'clock right now. And I have reached Sikidri Ghati, which is 70-80 kilometers from Ranchi. The ghat is too steep and it became a little difficult for the RX to take up steep. It was struggling to take up steeps as the engine was overheated and the clutch plates were really weak in helping the engine to pull a lot. So I had no other option other than maintaining the speed of 20 km per hour on this whole ghat region. The bike was simply crawling and I didn't bother to stop for a cooling period. Instead, I decided to take on slowly without stressing the engine a lot and stop somewhere at near the dhaba. The big mountains that you can see on my right and left with stones that has been cut off was earlier in the shape of small hills. They have been cut off to make these roads. And earlier there was another road to Ranchi which had extreme U-turns and was comparatively very much narrower. Compared to that road, this has been a better one and it reduces the distance by 14 kilometers exactly. the steep decreased, the bike gained its pickup and it started to take on the speeds on the downslope of the valley. By seeing this, I realized that it would be a little difficult for the bike to take on to the valleys of Netarhat that has extreme heights and is at a higher steep than the ones on which the bike is traveling right now. But anyhow, once something is decided, it is to be done at any cost. Finally, the steep climbs and the guards came to an end and the plains arrived, which is quite an easy track for an RX-100. Now my bike was very happy seeing the plain roads and the down slopes. Again a warm welcome in traffic in the city of Ranchi. I always prefer to travel at low speeds at my own pace, in which I can control a motorcycle, especially on the city, because we never know that who will come from which side on the Indian streets. It is a very common problem. It is a very common thing seen on the Indian streets. So it's better to be safe on the streets. Look at this high-speed chaser. The style in which he drove, I was barely able to realize that what bike it was. It was Apache 160 or 180R. After meeting SKY and having a brief about tomorrow's ride and my staying place, we had apart from these two topics, we decided to continue the remaining topics after meeting back in the late evening. Finally, it was 3:30. After having a drive of 9 hours, almost, I was feeling a little tired. Moreover, other than tiredness, I was feeling very hungry as I had not had heavy food while I was riding. So I decided to have some lunch. As SKY has few important other works to do, he decided to drop me by the place and look at the place where I was about to be staying, and then we decided to meet back again in the evening. Seeing him off, and as per the plans, we decided to meet back again in the evening for a small meetup. We headed back to our own respective destinations. So this will be my stay for today with my friend Abhishek. Let me tell you something. I have met most of my nicest friends till date because of my passion or the habit of traveling. One of them is him, Mr. Abhishek, who is gonna be my host friend today. So, as he was waiting for me since a long time, I decided not to make him wait anymore and to directly enter his place by giving him a surprise. Removing all the luggages and gadget holders from the bike is a little bit hectic task, especially after ride. You wouldn't like to do that, but anyways, when the parking is outside, you have to do that to avoid it. I met Mr. Abhishek when I was on my journey to Jabalpur for writing my exams. Where we met, and after a few minutes of interaction we became very close friends, and since then we have many meetings and we became very close friends, and so now we are. He's a very kind guy, very jolly, and the most special thing about it is that he will always see you, he will always welcome you with a warm smile. That's the best thing of him. And of Finally I am at home.